Welcome to another episode of the I'm Undeniable podcast. I'm your host, Alex Sundar, and I'm here to drop some major fucking bombs and perspective on how to become unbreakable in your mind, body, and soul. And in today's episode, what I'm actually going to be talking about with you guys is butter in your coffee is overrated. We're going into butter. We're going into that bulletproof coffee and why it's so overrated when it comes down for weight loss. So, getting value like always, leave a review, send me a DM on Alex Sundar Fit. Let me know what you guys think, and we're going to deep dive into it today. So before I begin, I got to rant on a little bit here. I use Instacart when it comes down to ordering your boys groceries. Main reason why is because it just saves me a bunch of time. I don't want to go down to the store. I like grocery shopping, right? But ever since Instacart came out, I'm like, I'm saving as much time as possible. It is fucking great. It is fucking awesome. And I ordered one bundle of bananas, and then they gave me 5 bunches of bananas. And I actually posted this on my story. I want to read it out to you guys because I thought it was hilarious. Where is it? I'm just trying to load it up here, and it's my own little personal humor. And the question for you guys is, why are bananas never lonely? It's because they hang around in bunches. You get it? You get it? It's a funny dad joke, right? So thought I'd start with something light, humorous to me, right? It's part of my own humor, a lot of dad jokes and stuff like that. But let's go into the ridiculousness of bulletproof coffee, of why butter in your coffee to help losing weight, burning fat is not a thing. Right. So believe it or not, right, putting butter in your coffee has been actually around for quite a bit now. It's not nothing new. It's called bulletproof coffee. They call it coffee hacking. Right. And as a result, we call this an internet sensation because it's a total myth. Right. The idea is if you put butter in your coffee, you are hacking weight loss. It's supposed to give you some mental kind of superpower, something like that. But you got to put a lot of butter in your coffee. Right? MCT oil, bulletproof coffee. I've had it before. I personally think it's disgusting. I don't think it's really that good in the first place. I drank it because I got forced to drink it by a friend who was doing it. And I'm like, I don't want to do it. But I got forced to do it. I just don't think it tastes that good. But I'm going to go into the science why butter in your coffee is overrated, why it's not going to help you lose weight, why it's not going to help you lose body fat, all that stuff. Right. So let me list out some key points on myths about butter, MCT oil when it comes down to your coffee. 1, I'm programming my body to burn fat for energy all day long. Like I mentioned, these are all myths. You can lose a pound a day on this diet. MCT oil as a miracle food. It delivers longer lasting caffeine without the spikes and crashes. It eliminates hunger pangs. It's a secret formula for improving mental focus and brain power. However, if you actually compare with the stats, right, you compare that bulletproof coffee, you compare it to your regular cup of coffee, you'll find it is literally nothing special, but an additional 400 calories of saturated fat, right? So we got it right here in front of us. You're actually healthier, probably better off adding like cream and sugar and whole milk versus butter. Now claiming that drinking a fat-laden, calorie-heavy drink will somehow magically make you lose fat, it's honestly just downright stupid. Like bulletproof coffee at the end of the day is just like a recipe like any other. It's not a biohack that'll make you lose some body fat and give you mental superpowers. I say buttered coffee is honestly, it's just fucking overrated. It doesn't do anything for you, right? And it's ridiculous for a couple of reasons. First off, the idea that it's a fat-burning drink is completely false. In anything else, it is a fat-gaining drink. That butter in your coffee will most likely start putting on body fat in your body because you're going in a caloric surplus. Butter is not a magic food. If anything else, it needs to be carefully moderated since it can adversely affect your blood lipid profile, right? As a potential to increase cardiovascular disease. in addition to supplementing the MCT oil, which is a lot in bulletproof coffee as well, has the potential, to raise triglyceride levels. A lot of these things are not conducted to good health. And one of the reasons why it does that, because it probably puts you in a caloric surplus, right? You're setting yourself up for failure at that point. And cream and the butter, right? There's just tons of shit, right? So there's a lot of BS claims that are made up when it comes down to bulletproof coffee, butter in your coffee. And the bottom line, it's certainly a bad idea. And it seems magical, right? And there are literally better ways to get healthy and tastier ways to honestly drink coffee that don't involve coating the inside the blender with butter every morning, right? Tons and tons of stuff. But what I really want you guys to come to the terms with is that butter is not a magic drink. It's not going to there's lots of butter on stuff when it comes down to this carnivore diet. It's keto, put butter on everything, butter in your mouth. There's nothing magical about it. In order to lose body fat, you have to be in a calorie deficit. Pure, plain, and simple. There are many forms of doing a calorie deficit. And for most people who add in butter in your coffee, if you don't have any caloric control outside of that, you are probably going to put on body fat with that. So the overall consensus is butter in your coffee is overrated. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope you guys get a ton of value. If you got value from the podcast, DM me on my Instagram, AlexSundarFit. I'd love to know your biggest takeaways, and we will talk to all of you later.